Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about how I feel about teen pregnancy and my views on it. So my channel is pretty much based around teen pregnancy or my pregnancies and my family. So for those of you guys that don't know, I am 19 and working on my second kid. My very first one, I was 16. So before I was pregnant with my first daughter, I always was like, teen pregnancy is stupid. Why would you ruin your life like that? And stuff like that. Like, if you got pregnant at a young age, like teenage or even before that, there was something wrong with you. Your parents were stupid for letting it happen. And so I found out I was pregnant with my first one when I was 16. And it got me thinking after I finally gave birth to her and stuff like that, that teen pregnancy isn't that bad. People make it seem like it's so much worse than it really is. But it's not bad. It's like a 20-year-old going out and getting pregnant. And people are like, well, you can't financially take care of your kid, or you live with your parents and you have a kid at your parents' house, where's the baby daddy, and blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, I was not living with my parents at 16 when I got pregnant. I was living with my Nana and my sister, which, yes, they're still family, but I was really living on my own because I had my own job. Excuse me, sorry. But I had my own job. I was working. I was paying for all my stuff, like my clothes and my food. And I was never at home, ever. I was always out. So I was financially, technically supporting myself, other than paying rent because I was only 16. And at that time, so 2 years ago, they weren't legally allowed to ask me to pay for rent since I was underage, unless I lived in my own apartment, and that's different. But when you live with family where we live, you can't legally ask your kid to pay rent unless they choose to do it themselves. And because I was paying for everything else, they didn't care. But I can't say that it was easy, or that it's easy being a teen mom, because it's not. I lost all my friends. I did drop out of school after I had my daughter, and I picked up a full-time job, and I paid for everything. And after my daughter was born, I was back with my parents. But I worked full-time, so I was never home. My parents watched her. But that's like anybody else, like you dropping your kid off with a daycare or a different babysitter. Somebody has to watch your kid if you're going to school. Somebody has to watch your kid if you're going to work. It doesn't matter. But I paid for everything for my daughter. I paid for everything for myself. There was at really no point did my parents help me financially with my daughter, other than them babysitting her, and I supplied everything for that. And around the time my daughter was 6 months old, I met this guy. And no, I'm not with her. I'm not with my first daughter's baby daddy. And if you guys want to hear that story, I can make a whole other video on that, but that's a different time. But anyways, so when my daughter was about 6 months old, I met this guy, and it moved pretty fast. We got together, we moved in together, and jumping from like his family to my family, from his family to my family on who we're staying with. This guy is actually 4 years older than me. So we've been together going on 2 years, but we were talking and stuff for about 3. But so we ended up getting our place of our own about a year ago, because we're in our place now. In December it'll be a year. And people are like, well, a teen mom can't support herself, and a teen mom can't support her kid, and if you're not with a baby daddy still, then there's something wrong with you. That's not true. I supported myself before and after my daughter came. I am a stay-at-home mom now, but my fiance makes so much money it's not even funny, so I don't have to work. So we don't have to pay for a babysitter. And right now, like I said in the beginning, that I am working on my second kid. I am 19 and 27 weeks and a day, since it's after midnight. 27 weeks and a day. And we are having a girl, another girl. And she's due October, and that can come with another story if you guys choose to want to hear about that one. But so I guess really my thoughts on teen pregnancy is it's not bad. It's not going to hurt you. It's not like the end of the world. You're not ruining your life for having a kid at a young age. You're not ruining your family at having a kid at a young age. It's just how you choose to see it in your own eyes. I was in such a bad place before my first daughter that she is literally the reason I am living. I was down to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to die. I was so far in depression that if I didn't have her, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here. And people don't understand how, yes, it can go the opposite way, where your life is so good beforehand and then you go into depression afterwards. But it's opposite for a lot of teen moms. Like, I don't know. People just need to quit being so closed-minded on stuff and not call people a bad parent because they're young, and don't say that, well, you ruined your family's life because you had a kid at a young age. I did not do anything. My family, I really had nothing to do with them. I want nothing to do with my family, and I never really did. So if I ruin their life, great. I honestly don't care. But that's just me. I don't see why people have to put young parents down, male or female, like baby mama or baby daddy down, because they're young. Just because they're young doesn't mean they're gonna be bad parents. It doesn't mean they are bad parents. It doesn't mean that they should give up their kid. Doesn't mean they should abort their kid. Doesn't mean they should give up their kid to a different family member. No. If you choose to have a kid, then take that responsibility. If a teen mom is deciding to take on that responsibility to take care of her kid, let her be her. Let those parents be them. They're trying their best to do what they can to give that kid a good life. And if they feel like giving it up is the best thing, then kudos to them. If they feel like keeping the kid is the best thing for them, then great. Keep the kid. But do not put somebody down because they kept a kid, or they got rid of a kid, or they aren't financially stable to have a kid. Because honestly, I feel like no matter how much money you have, you're never truly ready for a kid. There's all these famous people out here that have kids, but they don't take care of their kids. They have nannies to watch their stupid kids. And I'm not, trying to be mean, but it's true. At least these parents are out here actually taking time out of their own day to watch their own kids and raise their own kids and not having somebody else do it for them. but that's just honestly my opinion. So,